Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting. My name is Carl the Cobra Froch. As you know, I'm a Hall of Famer. I also rendered somebody unconscious in front of 80,000 fans, just in case you didn't know. That was 11 years ago. Anyway, I'm here in Manchester and I've just attended a Misfits Boxing match. And I was quite pleasantly surprised by the atmosphere, by the whole production. A friend of mine, Calais Sowland, I don't know if you remember Calais, is a promoter. I boxed Mikhail Kessler twice. I boxed Arthur Abraham, and he was in the opposite corner. He calls me his nemesis because even though he won the first fight, Kessler, I got him in the rematch. I beat Abraham straight after I lost to Kessler, and me and him have got a bit of a back and forth, love-hate relationship. But I'm all right with Calais now. We'll get on. So anyway, I sat ringside with him tonight at the Misfits show, which was, like I said, a great production. Busy crowd, totally different demographic to a normal professional boxing show. A lot of young kids. KSI was sat to my right, and he's obviously a massive name, a big star for that sort of younger audience. And I was pleasantly surprised by the quality of the boxing. Joey Essex, he's obviously looked after by Tony Sims, who used to work in my corner, and I actually enjoyed the show. It was a great fight. But let's just move on to what you want to know about the Darren Till fight. Listen, Darren Till ironed his opponent out. It's quite a bad knockout as well. I think the fight could have probably been stopped earlier. And then Darren Till literally went off on one. He looked over the top rope. I feel like I knew it was coming. I kind of knew something would have been coming. Darren Till, top rope, shouting, "Where's Froch, the shit house," and all this. I mean, come on. It's not really what you call the Cobra, is it? Four-time world champ, Hall of Famer, who goes in with absolutely anybody. You don't really call me a shithouse, do you? Because, as you know, the resume speaks for itself. I don't need to justify myself. You know where I've been. You know what I've done. But can this fight with Darren Till happen? Can it make any sense? Do I want it to happen? Realistically, probably not. Listen, I retired 11 years ago. And when I retired, when I was almost 37, I was like a month away from my 37th birthday. I just rendered George Groves unconscious in front of 80,000 at Wembley Stadium. I don't mention it much, just in case you didn't know. But I was offered a lot of money. I was offered a lot of money to fight Chavez Jr. I was offered money to fight Gennady Golovkin. The desire was gone. And when the desire's gone, you're not going to jump in a boxing ring because it's the pain game. It's the hurt game. You can get seriously injured. So I was like, listen, I've done what I need to do in the game. So I retired 11 years ago. And I'm emphasising the 11 years again because why would I fight now? Why would I bother? Well, easy money. The old Bunsen burner. I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute. They're giving money away here with these fights because Darren Till's absolutely fucking useless. I'm not being funny. Listen, I'm talking about professional boxing level. At the level he's at, he's done all right. He's got decent balance, throws a decent backhand from the southpaw stance. But let's be honest, this would be a mismatch. Even at 48 years old. Retired 11 years. It's a mismatch. But is there any money in it? Is there any cash in it? I don't know. Maybe somebody who's actually sat to my right could answer that question for me. Do you mind if I bring you out? I'm having a beer with a very pleasant young man. I say young because I'm 48. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
If we must. My name is Mike. I work for DAZN. Having a nice quiet beer. I didn't realise this was going to happen, but the moment is here. So look, we may as well talk about it. Brilliant performance by Darren, I thought. Looked very, very good and has proven himself. He's had 3 main events for Misfits this year and has proven himself to be a bit of a Misfits star. So now we really want to kind of move him on. You know, what level is he actually at? He's proven he can beat a UFC fighter. Is it time to fight a real boxer? I'm looking at a real boxer, I think.
Would you class me as a real boxer, even though I've been retired 11 years?
Even if you've been retired 11 years, Carl, I think I would classify you as a real boxer.
He knows what I've done.
I know what you've done. But also, it's what you say. And you talk a lot. We've been talking about that a little bit.
I talk a good one, don't I?
You do talk a good one. And I think you can probably still box a good one. So if you want to back up what you've been saying, quite a lot publicly, not just about Darren, but other fighters as well.
I've not given Darren Till much stick, really. I've not abused him or gone out there. I've just literally sort of, on one or two, maybe one occasion, just said, listen, he's like, there's levels to the game. He's calling out. He wants the Jake Paul fight. That's the big money fight. But I don't know, Tommy Fury or somebody, but he's mentioned me because I've mentioned him and had a look at him, and he's got really wound up. He tends to get wound up, doesn't he, Darren Till? He does get pissed off, and he's a very emotional guy, and he's got that look in his eye, hasn't he? But I just think that realistically, you was about to say something there, so I'll give the mic back to you in a minute. I have a tendency to talk too much, so you'll have to just calm me down a little bit. But the viewers love it. They love it. Just let me know in the comments if I should let him speak. But I do want to say to you, do you think if I fought Darren Till, what's your opinion on it? One, is it a big fight? Is it big enough to go on DAZN? Is it a pay-per-view fight? Or do you think people would buy it? And two, how do you think I'd get on?
Look, I think it's a very, very interesting fight. For me, the perfect ingredients of a pay-per-view event is, one, do you know both fighters? So I think we've got ticks there, Darren, Carl.
Is Darren Till a big enough name? You said he was a star for the Misfits, so does that make him big enough?
He's a Misfit star. He had a very, very successful UFC career. Fell just short at the top level, fought for a world title against Tyron Woodley. Just came up a bit short, but was a really big name, sold out the Echo Arena in Liverpool.
Is that when he got ironed out?
That wasn't that. No, he actually lost to Jorge Masvidal at the O2. That's when he did get, sadly, quite badly.
But to be fair to Darren Till, he was weight drained. I'll just say that because he was.
He was fighting at 170 at the time. He ended up moving up to 185, which is probably his better weight. And then we've seen him box even heavier tonight. So look, we know you both. You want good kind of chemistry, good talkers. You want some beef there, which I think this has got. And you ultimately want a result that you don't know what it's going to be. And given that you've been out of the ring for 11 years, there'll be some questions. Darren, we've seen tonight, can step up. He's looked really good since he's come over from MMA to boxing. So I think we want to see it, Carl. I think we do want to see it.
No, I'm scared. Actually, to be fair to him, he was like on me, and I was thinking about getting in the ring. I've not come here tonight to cause any stir with Darren Till, and I left the building before he got the mic and started shouting and screaming profanities. What was I scared? Oh, he's pushing my buttons now. Can you fight?
No.
No, I wasn't scared. I don't get scared. I think I've used up all my the adrenal gland's been just expired. I don't get nervous anymore. But was I scared tonight? No. But I knew Darren Till was going to have a go at me. I knew that he knew I was there, and I was like, shall I get out of here before he finishes his opponent off? Shall I sort of do one? So I thought, no, I'll stay here because I've come. Let's see if he does actually set. And the first thing he wanted to do was make a beeline for the Cobra. And I sat there eating my apple, chilled, thinking, okay, what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to get in the ring and have a roll around with him. I've got a nice jacket, nice suede jacket, Paul Smith, and I don't want to get it ruined. I don't want to start ripping it by, I can't even throw the elbow in this jacket. It stops me mid-flow.
Yeah,
but
you don't want to throw elbows with Darren.
No, true. He's a bit of a fighter, isn't he? UFC, I still think I'd be all right. UFC is not street fighting, is it? There's levels, but we're talking about boxing. Yeah. Darren Till made a beeline for me, had a go at me, called me a shit house, and I just thought, I'm not getting in the ring and making it look like I'm going to really emphasise his fight. But I was there. Calais Sowland invited me. I was in the area, Liverpool. My mother-in-law's in Liverpool. The kids are off school. And I thought, why not? Calais invited me. He knows what he's doing, Calais. But I thought, yeah, I'll come, show my face, have a look.
It's good fun, right? It's great.
Great fun. Really loved it. Listen, the atmosphere was great.
A whole mixture of fights, different skill levels. Well-matched fights, I thought, tonight.
Joey Essex, fucking hell.
Brilliant fight. Really, really, really good fight. He might be one and done after that. That was a serious effort from Joey. Numero gave him a bloody good fight. It was really, really entertaining. Some other really, really good fights. But look, I think we all walk away talking about Darren. Who's he going to fight next? I would say your name's in the mix. It's up to you, really, if you want to do that again. I think the British public would love to see you again. There's all that nostalgia with, we've obviously seen Mike Tyson come back against Jake Paul, but I think there's just a bit of nostalgia for people wanting the guys who we saw, fight in their prime, have massive events. We want to see you guys again. And I think Darren is probably a good challenge.
It upsets me to see the direction boxing's going, and I say that growing up through the 80s and 90s and watching the genuine fighters. You just take the heavyweights, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, and them sort of fighters, and then you see what's happening now, but it has gone in a different direction since Jake Paul. And although he's not fought anybody that seems to have any desire to throw a punch back, he's got a massive audience, and he tends to generate a big stir. I mean, even if he's pretending he's going to fight Anthony Joshua and hustling Eddie Hearn, and then just fighting Gervonta Davis, which is next. It's a different direction. Misfits isn't that. Misfits is different again from the sort of the YouTube world, if you like. It is totally different, isn't it? It's not Misfits.
But for me, any fighter has the opportunity to do what Jake Paul has done. Yes, he had a big audience before he started boxing, but ultimately what you are proving on your own platform is that if you create engaging content and do good storytelling, create good narratives, people get interested in you. Yeah. And that's part of our job at DAZN, is to create those interesting narratives and giving people a reason to watch. You've got to give people a feeling for you, whether they love you or hate you. You want people to tune in to watch you. The worst thing you can possibly be as an athlete is not give people people don't care about you, because then they're not going to watch, and that's no good.
No, exactly. And Darren Till did well tonight. He shapes up well. He throws a good 1-2, southpaw stance, ex-MMA fighter. Yeah. He can punch a little bit, as we saw tonight. Yeah. For me, genuinely, I just think it'd be an easy fight for me. I honestly think, a couple of feints, a couple of bit of head movement, or the 1-2 down the pipe, a couple of sharp jabs, body head. Go back to my old boxing skill, because people think I'm just a warmonger and I want to stand in front of somebody and have a war and have a tear up and get it with shots. Listen, I don't want to get this straight hooter touched. Good surgeon. Alex Caridas, shout out to you, mate. Straightened up the old hooter. And I don't want to get it banjoed. And I just think, behind the sharp jab, plenty of feints, I just think it'd be an easy fight. And this might piss Darren Till off if he sees it. He might think, cheeky bastard, whatever. Like, he lost the plot tonight. And he does tend to switch, doesn't he? The switch goes and he loses the plot. He jumped over, it was on the top rope, where's that shit ass Froch? And I was like, hiding behind security, like messing around, like, oh, I'm scared. But nonchalantly eating my apple. And I thought, I can't get in the ring because it's going to really look like, one, I want the fight, which I'm not really that arsed, and two, he actually bothers me, which he doesn't. Because when you're a 4-time world champ, unified Hall of Famer, you don't worry about people like Darren Till, he's not really a professional boxer, although he's having a go, he's looking all right. But then he started talking gobshite down the mic. I was already out the building. I didn't do a runner. I wasn't scared for those haters that are going to go in the comments and say I shit myself and ran off. I didn't. I couldn't be arsed with the bullshit. But I'm sitting here now, one of the chief guys at DAZN. It's a very respected broadcaster for proper boxing, but you also do the Misfits. And are you saying actually this fight would like genuinely have some interest and some value?
I think you probably know it does. I think we only have to look at the audience you generate, the audience Darren generates, the audience that we saw tonight for the event. Let's talk about it, you know. Let's talk about it.
That's what I was going to say. So I suppose we've got to sit down and maybe we haven't got to, but maybe we will sit down and have a chat. Maybe I'll up it from level 4 to level 5 out of 10 in the gym, see how I feel. Maybe throw a few punches in the sparring ring, get the old face mask on, protect the hooter, and see how I feel. But yeah, it's got me thinking.
Bottom line, it's down to you, isn't it? As you say, you've been out of the ring for 11 years. Do you want to go through the proper intensity of a training camp, which you'll have to do because you have a lot of personal pride. You don't want to get in there looking out of shape.
I'd need 2 or 3 weeks, yeah. I'm already in shape. I'm fit. I do quite a lot of cardio in terms of bag work and the step machine. I don't do much running, but I get my cardio. And I'm in the gym lifting weights and I punch the bag, but I'm not sparring. So I would have to start sparring. So I'd have to feel how I feel in the gym. But I don't know, like the sparring would have to be a level. And what level would I pick for Darren Till to spar? Maybe not even a Tommy Fury. Do you think he beats Tommy Fury?
I think it's a really good fight. We had it arranged for January. Tommy obviously pulled out, which was a shame.
Talking shit, wanted Till and ruined it.
Yeah, well, yeah, who knows what the real reason was. But I think that's a fight that we'd be really interested in doing again. I don't know where Tommy's at with what his plans are. I know he's got a reality show out at the moment.
It's a shame, isn't it? That is a decent little
fight.
Yeah.
It's a really
because he beat Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. He's a proper professional. Yeah. He's other level, probably not British level, maybe just below that. But
and KSI, KSI hasn't fought since October 2023. We'd love to see KSI back in the ring. Maybe KSI is a potential opponent for.
Till, would they?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean we haven't spoken about it, I don't think, but maybe. I think that would be a fight everybody would want to see. I think the great thing for Darren is he's got a few options, and if you got back into training, if you got into sparring, if you fancied it, I think you got a few options as well. You as we know, you now talk a very, very good game, as well as
my ears are pricking up here. Yeah. What's that? Am I getting the itch? I don't even know. It might be the half a bottle of Corona.
It might be. Which we should get back to actually.
Yeah, true. Listen, we'll leave it there. I've probably got a bit of a decision to make in my own head. Do I want to get back into the professional boxing ring again? Is it the professional boxing ring? I don't know. I'll have a little feel in the gym. I'll do a little bit of sparring. I'll go and see Rob McCracken up in Sheffield. I'll have a little touch spar, a bit of technical spar, see how I feel. Just being honest with the viewers, I always tell it straight how it is. At the minute, I've got no intention. I've got no desire to fight. But being here tonight, seeing the atmosphere and what Misfits put on, and yourself from DAZN talking about the fight as a potential, I'd be stupid to not actually at least give it a bit of thought. So I'm not writing it off. I'm not saying Darren Till I want to fight. This ain't a call out. This is I've turned up to the event because I'm in the air. I'm in Liverpool, and I've had a good night, and it was quite entertaining. Fair play to Darren Till, he did well. Rockhold, unfortunate for him, he got knocked out quite bad. The fight was probably left on a little bit too long. Hopefully he's fit and well. We'll get some information on that. But yeah, listen, this is the fight game. This is the entertainment business, and there's potential for the Cobra to step back in the ring. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not making any promises, but I'll go and see how I feel in the gym now, because, like I said, my ears are pricked up. Have I got that bit in between my teeth? Have I got the taste? Have I got the itch? I'll sleep on it. This has been another episode of Froch on Fighting. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, hit like, share, and subscribe to the best channel in the business.